from Dubai to London. How this,
Yes.
from the first edition to the second edition, any changes, any involvement of this tournament?
Yes. Edition one of Global Chess League was a massive learning for all of us as well. Now, if you can imagine, something of this scale and size hadn't been attempted before. There was no professional league of its kind in that scale that existed before. So there were a lot of learnings. In fact, we went on a listening tour after season one. We went and spoke to fans, we spoke to team owners, players, agency partners, and a bunch of people trying to understand what can we do better. And some of the things that we have brought into fruition here this year. On the face of it, there are new players that will be joining us. Hikaru Nakamura, Anish Giri, and a bunch of other players are joining us. There's a new team that has come, American Gambits. That's a welcome addition. And also from a point of view on how some of the timelines are going to, time controls are going to work. We are going to begin matches in staggered way because then the commentators get enough opportunity to commentate on. So we've looked at a whole lot of different things. We are also going to bring in new elements for fan engagement that hasn't happened before in chess. So yeah, so new things. Obviously, trying to make it more fan-centric and basis the feedback that we've got.
Yes, the basic thing is that you have done it for fan-centric, because this league type of thing is always basically for the fans and to make it wider, broader.
Yes, the idea is to not just reach out to the best of the most ardent hardcore chess fans. Vishy versus Magnus or a Magnus versus Nakamura will draw in all the usual chess fans, right? The idea is to also reach out to casual chess fans, people who know chess, who understand and appreciate chess, but are not used to viewing or not as deeply engaged. How do we? That's a larger number. That's in tens of millions, if not more than 100 million fans. How do we engage them? I think that's where the trick is.
So, as you said, Carlsen is coming, Vishy Anand on the other side. So, how impactful this is for the audience, for the fans?
Absolutely. We had Magnus Carlsen even in year one. We had Pragnananda in year one as well, and he's coming back to Vishy sir has always been a rock solid support behind the league. So yes, it's massive. It's the tournament on the chess calendar now. It is one of the moments that fans can look forward to in a whole new, fresh format, a different format, team format, presented on television. I think we are on our way to establish ourselves as one of the leading tournaments in the year, with the top players and a very distinct tournament that is unlike any other found on the league.
And the distinct is that the men and women are on the same team. So it's a very much gender equal tournament, you can say.
Yeah, absolutely. That is from day one. Men and women playing on the same team is actually not just for chess. Across the world of sport, it's a unique thing. There are not too many teams where men and women play on the same team, where the points are all equal. So in that sense, yes, it's something that is leading, part of the leadership pack in bringing that sense of inclusivity in there, and we're quite proud of it actually.
And another uniqueness is that black wins over the white, I think. So if you can explain a bit about the rules and the point system.
Absolutely. So that again is a game changer in our belief, because the origin of that is what we were trying to do was we're trying to bring in, if you want to bring in a casual fan, you have to talk in their language. So we looked at, what are some of the things that fans are used to? So fans are used to watching cricket, or fans are used to watching football. What can we borrow from these sports that then becomes like a bridge to bring in the casual fan into a cricket fan to come and watch chess? So one of the things we looked at was in cricket, there's a home series and an away series. Home series tends to be easier, series tends to be more difficult. The equivalent of in chess is white is slightly easier than black. So if you win with white, you get 3 points, but if you win with black, you get more because an away series is more difficult. That's the origin of how we got, if you win with white, the player gets 3 points for his team. If you win with black, the player gets 4 points for his team. That is the origin of this. And eventually, the team that wins the match gets 3 points, and the draw gets 1. Now that again is borrowed from an English Premier League or an IPL, and others follow the same. If you win, you get 3 points, and if you lose, you get if you draw, you get 1 point. So that's the origin of the of how we borrowed from other sport and trying to bring it into Yes.
Another thing is that, which we do obviously, but still, if you can define what is the difference between this tournament and the other FIDE tournaments?
One of the biggest differences, it's a franchise format. The team owners are a very integral part of the system, and I think that brings in its whole new layer of complexity and of excitement. The other big part is this is a televised tournament. You are in this for fans. We will be on major OTT and television networks around the world. Chess has not been geared for TV for most part. This is the major attempt on bringing chess on televisions. And third is truly we believe that you get a sense of team and camaraderie. If you've witnessed season one, the teams were actually in it together. They were trying to help each other during the league, in trying to make a game better, discuss their games closer. And they all come from now. Imagine they're all playing in Olympiad. In the Olympiad, they are part Arjun Erigasi, Pragnananda. They're all part of the same team. And within 10 days, they will be part of Global Chess League, where they'll play in separate teams.
Chess is heavily an individual game, right? And there are very few tournaments like Olympiad and everything which are based on teams. So how it is different? Means being an individual game, still playing in a team. How the bonding happens?
It's great, great question. But so is tennis. But there is a very successful Davis Cup where they're individual, they play individual games, but it all comes together in Davis Cup. So is gymnastics. So there are examples around the sport. Now, in chess, the bonding happens because they want the team to win. These are, end of the day, elite athletes. Nothing less than a win satisfied them. They're not in it for the draw. They're not in it for anything else but to win. And if they can see their team winning, if they can, and that too on a global stage with more than millions and millions of viewers, they would want to win. Inherently, they are champions, so they want to win, and then it's on a different stage in front of audience of millions of people. So I think that brings the team as a common purpose. The purpose of winning something brings people together and brings the teams together. That's what we saw.
Was FIDE very had a welcoming attitude, this kind of event in chess?
Oh, I must say FIDE is a very, very progressive and a very positive organization. We are actually joint venture partners in Global Chess League with FIDE. It's not just an association. It's actually, we're doing in this together. We work very closely with them on several aspects, and they are extremely supportive of as simple as things like, in chess, usually you have to wear formal shoes, but in Global Chess League, you can wear sneakers. It's a rule change, but it is important rule change because it gives the opportunity for a sneaker brand to come in and sponsor chess.
But doesn't that clash with the individual sponsors and this global league sponsorship?
Yeah, but if you look, no, absolutely, it's a fair question. Now, but worldwide, if you see, there are individual sponsors and then there are team sponsors, in across society, be it football, be it cricket, and it's very clear that once you join the team, you leave the individual sponsors outside, and you join the team, and then you go back to them. So that is not the case with, I know, in FIDE tournaments and all, where they carry their individual sponsors with them. And so is it in tennis and ATP. You carry your sponsors with you on at least a uniform sponsor. In our case, you're joining a team, and team has its own commercial structure, and one has to be part. If one has to be part of the team, by implication, the commercial structure follows.
I'll not worry you more. This is the last question. Why not India, Dubai, London, and when it will come to India? Why not India this time also? I'm not
even focusing right now on season 3. Current is to do it in London successfully. We have had a modicum of success in Global Chess League season 1. We want to build on it in season 2, and I'm sure when the board sits together and reviews season 2, and when we plan for season 3, the question of which city next will come up, and then we'll evaluate looking at multiple options. So that's multiple things go into making a decision on where we need to be and where we can be. So we'll sit on the board will sit and we'll take a decision.